Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Friday, November 22nd at midnight 2019. The GFS models are in and they're heavy, showing a snow train that's insane, one pump after the other, pumping it right through the upper Midwest, South Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, and eastern Canada in the crosshairs. Keep calm. It's boom time. Snow like hail in Phoenix area deserts. Caps. Days of storms. Large hail coated the deserts in parts of the Phoenix metro area as a string of storms that unleashed 3 days of wet weather blew out of Arizona. I need a Soma. Live updates. Heavy mountain snow. Valley rain falling around Tucson. Or is that Tucson? Is that Arizona? Shut up, Al! Get in your hole! Oh my God. I might have to plaster that hole shut. Look at the plows. Live updates on winter storm in southern Arizona Thursday, 4:14 p.m. Catalina Rimbawe, Keegan, viewer Larry Washington. Is that even English? Captured these photos this afternoon in the morning as the bow exposes the leprechaun fraud. Yes, it connects from one side to the other. Look at that. Clearly, the Illuminati is here, and that's HARP. Or maybe it's chemtrails. Winter storm warnings continue for the mountains until 11 p.m. tonight, which is an hour ago. Some passing snow showers will bring little additional accumulations as winter storm warnings in these purple areas that you can barely see. Well, they will be. 2 big storms could snarl Thanksgiving travel next week. This looks like Diamond and Top Knot in the... Doesn't that look like us in the thing that we drive? According to AAA, 50 million people are expected to take to the roads, rails, and skies during Thanksgiving weekend. However, 2 big storms could slow your roll to Grandma's house. Do keep in mind that Thanksgiving is a week away and the forecasts can change. And that could be insane. They could get deeper. Snow possible heading into next week. Travel concerns possible heading into Thanksgiving, especially for Kalispell. Holy sh! That could be like 2 feet of snow for your Thanksgiving turkey. Missoula, Butte, Helena, Bozeman. Hello! Shut up, Al! You're all going to be buried. Miles City will be dry. Temperatures will remain cool. And then it'll get snowy. Storm train coming from the western U.S. Summary. A storm is currently delivering snow to the southwest. And all models agree that Thanksgiving week and the first week of December will be a December to remember. And it should also be stormy across the west. Now, before I show you my mug, short-term forecast. Take a look at this. Some people sent Joel Gratz in some aerial photographs of local mountains. Check out Bromley in Vermont. November 11th. Boom time. Covered. Steamboat. It's north of here about 6 hours. Hella terrain. Awesome mountain. That's the 17th, 4 days ago. Now, let's talk the forecast. November 21st, now through your 22nd. We're going to have lingering snow in the northeast up in Halifax. And a heavy plume, Ontario East. Heads up, eastern Canada. Coastal Alaska and BC are going to be buried in up to 4 to 6 feet of snow. All the way up to near Fairbanks and all the way down to the U.S. The Southwest will have lingering effects, but then it's boom time. November 23rd to the 24th will be quiet while Canada continues to get buried on the West Coast. And I mean up to 1 meter of additional snow. And then our forecast, Monday, November 25th through Friday, November 29th, sees epic snow in the Sierras, avalanche warnings, flooding potential, and other watches. So keep a close eye on that. And the forecast from the 25th through the 29th showing heavy snow in all of the Canadian front and all of the Rocky Mountain front in the U.S., all the way up to Alaska and all the way back down. New England will be picking up what we're putting down at the same time, according to the American model, which is not a schmodel. Now let's look at some of the forecasts in British Columbia. 61 inches in the next 5 days. We've converted this to U.S. so that you can't be confused by the Euro models. 61 inches at Bella Coola. Hello. Whoa! And it could be up to 150 inches here where I live. Look at this model. Through December 7th. I need to get the turkey and the tree ready. Oh my God. Heavy snow and hazardous travel conditions expected over the Rockies. Locally heavy rainfall over the south. Heavy snow and hazardous travel conditions will persist over portions of the central and southern Rockies into Friday before diminishing. Thankfully. A cold front will track eastward, bringing the potential for locally heavy rainfall to the south and central U.S. to the Appalachians into Saturday. Localized flooding will be possible. Winter storm warnings and watches in the Four Corners area, all the way through northern Texas. Yes. Oklahoma, that little panhandle, or whatever you call that. And a little tippy touch here of southwestern Kansas. Heads up, Dodge City. I don't even know what that means. Wasn't there a shootout there once? Hey, look at this. We're in Europe. Greta's boyhood home is going to be buried in snow. The entire continent, well, country. Anyway, will be buried. And this little... Stop showing me this. Jesus. The only snow in UK will be in the north. Heavy in some regions. But look at the 100 right here in the... Yes, these are the Alps. Hello. Look at that 100. That's 3 feet or more. We'll be reporting on it. Earthquake rattles Mississippi at 2.3 magnitude. Quake hits east of Boonville. I hope you're packing the bong. Biloxi miss. A 2.3 mag earthquake rattled North Mississippi. The 8-mile deep earthquake hit just east of Boonville, where they were packing the bong, near East Tennessee state line, about 6:45 p.m. Wednesday, the Sun Herald reported. Waves of earthquakes and other shakes and snakes in the makes. Aftershocks continue to shake America. Is it a build-up to the big one or a blessing in disguise? Nobody knows except the Christian Broadcasting Network. Now they're waiting for Jesus to come and a tsunami to wash your ass off the face of the earth. Seismic update, no quakes of note. It's boom time at the red zone, Enid, Oklahoma, thanks to fracking. Gorgeous, isn't it? I love it when a plan comes together. Africa is splitting in two, creating dozens of volcanoes. The process of rifting in Africa's eastern rift zone means the continent is slowly breaking apart, and with that comes lots of volcanoes, some with the potential for massive explosive eruptions. And here they even have a map with a scale to scare the shit out of you. The modern geography of Earth is created by plate tectonics, according to everyone that has been indoctrinated. And that engine is full of... But we now know that the sun shutting down is causing increased seismicity in Africa. Who knew? Worldwide volcano news update. No quakes of note. Normal activity. Puffs everywhere. Passing. Have you heard? Suspected norovirus outbreak closes 46 Colorado schools. All 46 schools in the district serving Grand Junction and the surrounding area were closed Thursday and Friday. Pandemic from space. Glyphosate in food. Complete list of products and brands filled with dangerous weed killer. If you don't want to be gay, or grow breasts if you're a man, or lose your breasts if you're a woman, or just get cancer in general, or have neurological disorders or any other such inflammatory disease, stop eating this shit. Period. Now, this harmless Roundup or glyphosate is on all your food. They even spray it on potatoes to stop them from budding. So if you're not buying organic or non-GMO certified or growing your own food, you're dead. And if you want to know what's killing you the fastest, here's the EWG report. Granola, instant oats, breakfast cereal, snack bars, whole oats, on and on. It's all the shit in the center of the supermarket that you're buying because it's cheap, including the rolled oats, the Quaker oats. It's heart healthy, filled with pesticide. Grow your own grains, man. You barely need like 10 square feet, and you can grow plenty of oats. You can also buy organic. Save up the money. It's not funny. You're going to lose more money in the long run on medical bills and your death certificate than your health. Move into the woods. Stop seeing a doctor. You won't even know you're dying. You'll just be living happily without glyphosate. Now, a weakened black hole allows a galaxy to awaken. Look at these pictures. Amazing. I wish I had, well, I've got plenty of those. But astronomers have confirmed the first example of a galaxy cluster where large numbers of stars are being born at its core. And Al Gore's a bore, in the other word. NASA finds supermassive black hole birthing stars at a furious rate. It's surrounded by trillions of suns worth of hot gas. Wow. Kiss my hot gas. And churning out stars 500 times faster than the Milky Way. Now, with stories like these, do you think it's hard for any human to actually believe this? Or is it like, are you so stupid that you're like, wow, I had no idea we didn't know about this? And then if you read the article, which is a sharticle, by the way, you glean nothing. In fact, you get dumber. Isn't that funny? How you can actually get dumber by reading? Anyway, your RNA may have come from space. That's your ribonucleic acid, which is a part of your deoxyribonucleic acid, which is your DNA. Now, the RNA is replicated in the replication zone due to the mitochondria. The RNA is what spreads our DNA. So, the RNA is the replicator and is responsible for life. Deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. And we shared with you earlier, maybe this week, that the majority of viruses may also be coming from space. So if your RNA may have come from space and viruses come from space, well, you are a space baby or a star child. The discovery of ribose sugar in ancient meteorites just made space rocks a little sweeter. Are you going to post this on your Twitter? Nuclear ignition of white dwarf stars by relativistic encounters with rotating intermediate mass black holes. Now, we know that black holes are fraud. So if we just replace mass black holes with kiss my ass or galactic superwaves, then we can read it as nuclear ignition of white dwarf stars by relativistic encounters with rotating intermediate galactic waves equals micronova. Huh. That makes sense. There's a galactic wave that our solar system passes through every 12,500 years. And we've already concluded that every 56 million years, there's a bigger wave that causes mass extinctions. And we called this the spiral arm of the galaxy, and that we pass through this every 56 million years or so, or 60 million years. And this is a mass extinction. But what if in that big wave, there's smaller waves? And these smaller waves cause nuclear ignition of stars by encounters with the rotating intermediate galactic current, or sheet, that is rippling. And we only go through the sheet every 12,500 years. And when we hit the sheet, the magnetic reversal occurs. The excursion we're experiencing for the last 150 plus years is a direct result of us hitting the sheet. It's a wave, and we're going through it. 12,005, boom. 12,005, boom. 12,000. You get it? Are you picking it up? Now, this results in nuclear ignition of stars. Depending primarily on the proximity of the interaction, which acts as a strong moderator of nucleosynthesis. We explore the effects of, now they say black hole spin, and I say galactic current sheet, and the orbital alignment on burn product synthesis determine whether they may be capable of moderating reactive flows. So what they're saying mathematically is provable. That if we pass through a galactic sheet that is modulating every 12,500 years, when the sun passes through that moment, that it will build up energy and it will super flare. Super flare. It will super flare. Here's the full paper. Because I'm a scientist on ResearchGate, I was able to gain the entire paper from the author, and he thanked me for my interest in his work. And I thank you for downloading this at the bit.ly and reading it, because he'll know how many hundreds or thousands of you are actually interested in the science of the end of the empire in the world. Boeing rolls out Starliner passenger spacecraft to launch site ahead of its December flight. Now, this December flight is not going to have actual humans on board. But if you pay $90 million and you're an idiot, you will be exposed to amazing amounts of cosmic radiation, and you'll shorten your life. And you could have fed over 180 million people and just watch the movie. That's how important that your dumbass thinks you are. Now, on the dark and dangerous underbelly of climate conspiracy theories, let's talk about Anna Merlin. She's the author of this actual shit piece. It's not even shite. It goes beyond that. It's almost embarrassing that this is actually an article. I want you to read it. I'm not even going to repeat a single word this woman says. She is so indoctrinated and or paid off by the multinational corporations that she works for that there is actually no information in here that you can glean. It is hundreds of sentences of nonsense. It might as well be a fairy tale. This is an act and a work of fiction, where she says that all conspiracy theories are total blah, 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 when almost all conspiracy theories in the past have been proven to be true. She doesn't anyway, but I digress. She's talking about climate change deniers as if we actually are a thing. As actually the people that believe in global cooling and or not global cooling, maybe you believe in natural climate variability like we do at the channel, which, by the way, in this time we're going into global cooling because there's phases. It's warming and cooling and warming and cooling. Natural climate variability results in climate change. Climate change has been happening since the beginning of geology and science. It goes up and down like a graph. I don't think there's a single human that thinks that climate does not change. That would not make any logical sense ever. And for people to actually be reporting that there is such a thing as a climate change denier makes no sense, because they don't even know what they're talking about. None of us people that do not believe in anthropogenic global warming believe that there is no such thing as climate change. That's just a false statement. Anna Merlin, here is her Twitter. Please come stick your foot up her on her Twitter. I'm following this fraud. She's an embarrassment to journalism. She's an embarrassment to science, and she should be ashamed of herself. Now, I love to empower women in general because they're underplayed and underpaid. But this woman does not deserve a red cent from anyone or your views. Now, she's not that popular. She barely has 30,000 followers. Hello. But yet she's paid big money to work for these newspapers. I recently responded to her, and I don't know what I would say except maybe you're a fraud. Do some research and get back to me. Just look at her work. Read the article. Don't take my word for it. Never do. Never believe a word I say. The reason I say the things I say is because I believe what I'm speaking. I'm not making it up. Nobody pays me to say a word of this. Trust me. People have come to my ranch to try to kill me. Fact. And I continue to report on this. Ask yourself this question. Either Diamond is a maniac or his life mission is to tell us the truth, and he's going to do it at any cost. It's your call. LeCon 2020. It's a two-part play. The first part is going to happen at Gaiasphere Event Center in Boulder. 4/4/20. That's April 4th, 4/20. That's 4/20/20. 4/4/20/20. I don't even know how to say it. It's a lot of 4/20s. We're going to have 5 speakers. Rex Bear, Diamond, and 3 secret people that will be announced. It will be a high-ticket event, fully catered to the experience that you expect. And it will only be the first part in a 2-part essay. The second part will happen in the fall of 2020, if the grid is still up. And it will consist of our research into esoteric fields that will be revealed in the near future. We're taking a top-secret trip to a far-off land to prove that you've been lied to. And we will break through some of the most amazing information ever revealed in human history. Atlantis is not a myth. Thanks to all of our new one-time donors and all of our Patreons. Almost 20 new Patreons stepped up and are now part of the team. And we're going to take you with us. Onward and upward. Proper prior planning prevents piss-poor performance. It's boom time, kids. Are you preparing? Learn how to plant food. Learn how to fail. Get some backup generators. Get some solar generators. Buy solar panels. Learn about wildcrafting, wild harvesting, wild foods. Learn how to hunt, fish. Do you know what's in your water? Do you have a source of natural, drinkable water in your local area. What if the power goes out? Do a test. Go to your breaker box and shut it down. 5 days, tell me what you need. Be safe. We love you. It's boom time.